Hi, I'm Dave, along with Erica here at MonsterCon TV, and we're here with Andrea Perron, and we're here. She wrote House of Darkness, House of Lights, volumes 1, 2, and volume 3 is coming out soon. Could you tell us and our fans a little bit about this book that's coming out?
Well, the third volume is the follow-up to Volume 1 and 2, which have been out now for a while, and it's the backstory of The Conjuring. Even though The Conjuring is toned down significantly from the books, which really include everything and chronicle the 10 years that we lived at the farm. It is the backstory, but it's a whole lot more. It's not only the significant events that occurred at the farm, it's also the history of the spirits and the philosophy and the psychology and the science and quantum physics of it all. It's a huge volume, but it really tries to the best of our ability, explain what we endured for a decade in that farmhouse.
So, how would you compare, as far as a lot of people have seen the movie, millions have seen the movie, as far as the intensity of the film compared to the books? You know, if people really want to know the story, I mean, how does that movie compare to what really happened?
It's toned down significantly, and that's
Really?
because James Wan, the director, wanted to try to get this story to as many people as possible. So he was shooting for a PG-13 rating. And Warner Brothers really felt that the truth in this case was stranger than fiction. They had to tone it down because they really felt that they wanted to get it to as many people as possible, and it ended up with an R rating anyway because the MPAA said it's just too scary.
Of course.
So, you said that Warner Brothers obviously sent back the script a few times because it was obviously too much to believe. Do you expect them to release a Conjuring 2 or a possible 3 or do a series about what has happened, given that you have another book coming out shortly?
Well, I think that what people can expect in the future is that there will be an accurate telling of the story in film, and it will be House of Darkness, House of Light, and I will make sure that it chronicles the events on film the same way that they are in the book.
Is there anything that you want to tell your fans or our fans, anybody in particular, about your experiences living there? Anything that you necessarily not want to warn them about, but something that you would say, like, don't be fearful, or, give them some advice if they have some type of negative feeling?
Well, there was never any, there was a seance in the house. It was not an exorcism as it's portrayed in the film. And it was so bizarre that, again, they tamped that whole situation and that scene down because what happened that night was a couple of hours of hell on earth. And
Wow.
so I'll tell you what I would give people as advice for your fans and followers of our story is, first of all, don't play with Ouija boards. That it's not the thing itself, it's the focused energy on the thing, the psychic
It's not a
energy.
game board.
It's not a game board. I think that it should be completely taken off the market. That's my personal opinion. Um, Dabbling with the dark arts is a dangerous thing because there is true evil in the world. There is pure, unadulterated evil in the world, and you can open a door that you cannot close. And if you do that, you get what you deserve. And I consider the night that this occurred, the medium that was there, I consider what she did to be virtually spiritual malpractice. She just threw the doors wide open and said, "Come on in." And whatever it was that attacked my mother that night was not of this world. It spoke a language that does not exist on this planet. And it could have killed her if it wanted to. Instead, it chose to make its presence known. But that night, I thought I watched my mother die. I was only 15 years old, and it was the most traumatic event of my life. So I tell people, it's not a game. It's not a toy. Don't do anything that you don't understand. If you want to study it, study it. There is plenty of information out there to learn about the supernatural without having to delve into it without being fully informed. And Mrs. Warren would tell you the same thing.
And if there's somebody out there that is interested, they want to know, they want to learn without getting that bad experience, without getting the negative feedback, they actually want to learn about the paranormal activities, or any advice that you can give to them as far as, what's the good route to take, as far as, not just like you said, the Ouija board is something that, you can go out and buy a game board and pretend you're doing something, but what would be a good outlet for somebody that's looking to get into that field?
I would say before they even begin to venture into that field, and not as a self-serving way, but if you want to feel like you've been on a spiritual and supernatural journey, read our memoir, read these books, because believe me, when you come out the other side, you will feel as though you lived at the farm with us for 10 years. You'll have a much greater understanding and perspective from many different directions, and it is a good starting point in terms of understanding the true dangers involved and also the enlightenment. It's called House of Darkness, House of Light for a reason. That place was both. It was a source of incredible enlightenment. I have lived since the age of 12 knowing that there is something beyond our mortal existence, and because of that, I have lived a liberated life free of fear. And too many people spend their lives afraid to die, and so they never live fully, and that's my advice.
Okay, awesome. So thank you again. We're here live at Victoria's Black Swan Inn for the first annual Dia de los Muertos Masquerade Ball. We're here with Andrea Perron. Again, her book, House of Darkness, House of Light, Volume 3, will be out soon here in November. Make sure you check it out. Andrea, thank you for taking the time to speak with us. We appreciate it, all your information, and we're very definitely looking forward to anything that you have coming out in the future. Make sure you check out the Conjuring. Like she said, it is very toned down, but you want to at least get the experience of what it is that she actually lived. So thank you again. We appreciate your time.
It's my pleasure entirely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.